Are you in a relationship right now, but you're not quite certain whether it's going to work out or not? Well, look no further. In this video, I'm going to give you 6 signs to watch out for that are going to tell you that your relationship is not going to work out. And welcome back to my channel. For the newbies here, my name is Tish. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a mom and an avid enthusiast of working with people just like you. I love to see you transform your life and ultimately be the best version of yourselves. Thank you so much for engaging with me on my various platforms and sending me the topics that you would like me to cover. So keep watching my channel for it. Like my channel, subscribe, because it helps me to reach such a huge network of people around the world. Let's get straight into the video. There are so many reasons why people get into relationships, right? And for the most part, people go into them with good intentions. They want their relationships to work out, and obviously they want to be happy in them. But sometimes it doesn't always work out like that. And there are signs early on that you can actually identify to see that your relationship is not going to work out. I am going to give you 6 of them right now. Use them, evaluate your relationship, and make the right decision that's going to benefit you. The first sign that your relationship is not going to work out is when you can't be yourself around your partner for whatever reason. When you look in the mirror, you don't even recognize who you are anymore because you've spent this time changing and evolving so much to what your partner wants you to be versus who you know you are that makes you happy. Don't get me wrong here. There's absolutely nothing wrong around improving yourself for the benefit of the relationship. I'm talking about those development areas that you know that these are your shortcomings, and if you work to improve them, your relationship will definitely take a turn for the better. I am talking about your characteristics, your true self, whereby you know that this is a person that you are. But if your partner actually sees it, they won't like the person who you are, or maybe they've already seen bits and pieces of you that are part of your fundamental and your core, and your partner doesn't quite agree with them. And over time, they try to make you change who you are, and you start being that person because you just want to keep the peace and you want to make them happy. This is definitely a red flag that your relationship is not going to work out. The second sign that your relationship is not going to last is when your fights leave you completely broken and shattered. So we know every relationship will have its ups and downs, disagreements, arguments, and so forth. But there's a healthy way of actually getting into a disagreement and getting out on the other side by attacking what it is that you guys are actually disagreeing about versus a person's personal character. And that is where the red flag actually comes in. You don't want to be in a space whereby your partner keeps on targeting you as a person versus addressing the issue at hand that is supposed to be discussed, disagreed upon, or actually coming to a particular resolution that's going to benefit your relationship. Let me give you an example here so that you've got some clarity around what I'm talking about. Say, for instance, you and your partner have got an important appointment to get to, and you show up late. Instead of addressing the issue of why you are late, then you are met with an example like this. You are disrespectful, you don't respect anybody's time, and this is why your ex left you. I can actually understand why. Believe it or not, I have seen this exact scenario play out in front of my eyes. And I had to actually coach these people to get to a better place so that the person is not attacking the person's personal character instead of addressing the issue at hand. And if you're in a type of relationship that this consistently happens, you know that this is a red flag and your relationship is definitely not going to last. It's a big sign for you. Take it and run with it. The third sign that your relationship won't work is if your partner keeps you on the outside and does not share important information with you, especially pertaining to them. What's even worse is if they've got a different confidant, like their mother, a friend, and they keep on telling you stories like, no, don't you worry about it. This person has been in my life for such a long time. I'm just so used to talking to them. Don't fall for it. This just demonstrates that they don't trust you to be in their inner circle for them to let down their guard and fully let you into their life. This is definitely a red flag that demonstrates that the relationship is not going to last. The fourth sign that your relationship won't work is a difficult one because it's generally out of your hands, at least for the most part. And that is if you do not like your partner's friends. Because let's be honest, you come into a relationship and you meet your partner with their friends. They are part and parcel of each other. And if you don't like either their behavior, think about one thing. Birds of the same feather flock together. So you also have to think about what is your partner's behavior like when they are not around you and they are with their friends. It's obviously going to be similar because like definitely attracts like. It's one of those battles that you are not going to win. Those relationships have been there way before you and will continue way after you. So if you feel very strongly that you don't like your partner's friends, you've got a decision to make. Because guess what? It's definitely not going to last. The fifth sign is that there's a lack of trust between the two of you. This is a big one. So if you're in a relationship whereby you don't trust each other, the person has to verify their whereabouts to you and you keep on checking their phone so that you can get that peace of mind, it's definitely not going to work out. You want to be in a relationship whereby you feel safe because trust is one of the foundations that every relationship should be built on. So if you're in a ticking time bomb, always nervous, feeling jealous, confrontational, angry, unsure about yourself because you don't trust your partner, it's definitely not worth it. It's time to check yourself out and find a relationship that's going to serve you better. Because guess what? These type of relationships that get you to overthink so that you become a detective, looking at what your person is doing consistently instead of having your own peace of mind in the relationship, can only make you feel bad about yourself and bring more negative input into the relationship instead of building it. It's a recipe for disaster and definitely not worth your time. The sixth and final sign that your relationship won't work out is if you don't have a voice in the relationship. This is so key because in a healthy relationship, it is supposed to be a give and take. We're supposed to listen and vocalize what our opinions are. But if your opinion is overrun by what your partner wants consistently, and you want to have a contribution to the relationship, but it's never really taken into account, then you already know that it's definitely not going to work. A partnership is about being able to hear what your partner has to say, even if you disagree. There definitely needs to be some balance here. It's a give and take instead of one party always constantly overriding and bullying the other partner into the decisions that they want. That's not a healthy way to go about it. And if this is happening, take the sign the relationship is not going to work. I hope these insights have been helpful to you to being able to identify if your relationship is going to last or not. Yes, there's definitely a whole lot more, but these 6 seem to be the ones that keep on popping up, and you can actually use them to evaluate whether your relationship is going to last or not. If you like this type of content, please like my video and my channel and share this content to so many other people because I know it can help them and it can reach a wider audience. Until next time, have a fabulous week ahead.